What does it say about me that I'm actually enjoying these? Is this where my life is taking me, that I'm actually enjoying this? Hello and welcome to Georgia Goes Everywhere, the show where we explore a city and see as much of it as we can, all without spending more than $100. I'm at the world-famous Red Rocks Amphitheater outside Denver right now, and what's so awesome about this place is that it's just open to the public when there's not an event happening. You can just come here and hang out. There are people exercising on the stairs. It's really awesome. But there's more to this episode than staying under $100. Allow me to explain. See, when I go someplace, I often look at what the sports teams are named, because the sports teams often give you a little bit of an insight into the history and culture of a place and point you in the direction of cool things. And Denver might be the perfect example of that. Think about it. Broncos, Rockies, Avalanche, Nuggets, Rapids, they all tell you something about Denver's history or culture. So in this episode, I'll be going through them one by one and hitting something that pertains to each of them. And we start with the Denver Broncos. Broncos are wild horses, so it would make sense to ride like a mechanical bull or something like that, but I actually already did that in the Dallas episode and let's just say it didn't go very well. So luckily, I found something that's a little bit more up my alley. Yeehaw, right? Welcome to the Buffalo Bill Museum, where not only can you ride a fake Bronco that won't throw you off, but you get a little inside look at Denver's Wild West history. And I mean, come on, look where we are. And Buffalo Bill's grave is actually perched at the very tippy top of the hill, and people throw money on it. I'm not sure exactly why, maybe they're making a wish, but who am I to not give it a try myself? But no time for epic views and throwing change onto graves. It's time to learn a little something about the man who is synonymous with the Old West. This place is really cool. It's funny how much of what we think about when we think about like cowboys in the Wild West seems to originate from Buffalo Bill and these shows that he put on. I am a sucker for cowboy gear though. Like give me like a cowboy hat and bolo tie, I'm into it. And this place has a lot of that, so I like that. So I think I'm about done here, but before I go, you know I gotta ride the Bronco one more time. Woo! Yeehaw! So Denver's basketball team is named the Nuggets after the Colorado Gold Rush of the mid-1800s. So that's why I've come to Arapahoe Gold Panning Park, where I can actually pan for gold myself and see if I had what it takes to be an Old West prospector. So as you can see, the process is very complicated. You just basically take a big clump of dirt, shake it around in this pan, and see if you find anything shiny. So yeah, not complicated at all. And not only is this free, but I could actually make money doing this. Who needs Vegas? This is nature's casino right here. I told my friend Steve, who's from Denver, that I was coming here, and he was like, oh yeah, I've been there, but you're not gonna find anything. And like he was snarky about it, which I personally didn't care for. So I'm really trying to prove him wrong right now. Rocks. Wait, what is that? Is that, no, it's nothing. Yeah, definitely nothing. So as much as it pains me to say, I think my friend Steve was right, because not only am I not finding any gold, I'm not finding anything like even remotely shiny, like just nothing. And so I guess I don't have what it takes to be an Old West prospector. Shocking, I realize. But all this gold panning failure has made me work up a bit of an appetite. And keeping with the Nuggets theme, I heard about a local food appropriately named the Fool's Gold Sandwich. But this is no ordinary sandwich. No, this is a very special sandwich. Why is it so special? Because back in 1976, Elvis Presley flew all the way from Memphis just to get one. Seriously, he wanted one so bad, he got on his plane and flew to Denver just to get one. So if it's good enough for Elvis, it's good enough for me. What's in it, you ask? Well, that's the best part. It's peanut butter, jelly, and bacon. I mean, I love PB&J, I love bacon. I can't imagine I won't love them together. And besides, Elvis strikes me as a guy who knew his way around a sandwich. I can't imagine he would steer me wrong. Oh yeah. Elvis really knew what he was doing. The man had exquisite taste. It's so simple yet so inspired, but I guess really, when does adding bacon to anything ever make it worse? Probably not ever, right? But its simplicity does beg the question, did Elvis really need to come all the way to Denver to get one? Couldn't he have gotten a sandwich like this in Memphis? I don't know, but hey, who am I to question the king? Oh my God, this is so good. Top 10 sandwiches of my life. Oh my God, this is so good. Every sandwich I ever have for the rest of my life is going to be measured against that sandwich. That's how good it was. That's how good it was. Continuing our Denver sports team tour, we have their hockey team, the Avalanche. This of course refers to Denver's location in the mountains, but as you can tell, it's not winter right now, so skiing is pretty much out of the question. But luckily, I found a place that allowed me to hit the slopes even in the middle of summer. This is Snowbond, an indoor skiing center. Basically, they have giant treadmills that allow you to ski indefinitely. And I don't know about you, but I don't hate the idea of being able to ski without freezing my butt off. I think this could be a nice setup. Plus, they make you sign a waiver beforehand, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, places that make you sign a waiver are usually pretty cool. How's the helmet look? Is it fashionable? Feels fashionable.
There we go, very nice. Good, thinking about equal pressure on both feet here. Yeah, there it is. Nice, George. Now standing up tall, releasing that pressure and pressuring that right ski now. Yeah.
This is way more controlled, but I'm used to skiing.
Good, that's what we like to hear.
So I thought this would be fun, but it's actually even more fun than it looks. it was seriously the best ski lesson I've ever had. Having an instructor right there, being able to watch you without having to worry about going down the mountain himself, made this a much more effective lesson. I like doing it in shorts and t-shirt. This is way better than ski gear.
Yeah, right?
That's a workout.
Yeah, that was sweet.
I'm tired. That's awesome. This is so much better than the mountain.
Yeah.
Why doesn't everyone come here?
Oh, they do.
So if you thought I'd only be hitting these so-called Big Four sports of football, baseball, basketball, and hockey, you'd be wrong, because Denver's soccer team, the Rapids, are of course named after the violent waterways that crisscross the state. Now, in a perfect world, I'd go whitewater rafting and probably fear for my life, but they're pretty expensive and they're also pretty far outside the city. But just because I can't go rafting doesn't mean I can't experience some of that wonderful Colorado water. That is because water is one of the main ingredients in whiskey, and all that pure mountain water has fueled the Colorado craft whiskey explosion, which has happened in the past 20 or so years. So I've come to Denver Distillery, where they make their own whiskey on site right here in the middle of the city. And not only am I going to get a flight of their craft whiskey, but they also offer free tours of the distillery.
Our water, even our tap water, is snow melt, so it's really, really good. It gives an extra little character. Do you want to taste some whiskey, or do you have any other questions?
I'd love to taste a flight. And
we're gonna do a whiskey flight. This is 122 proof bourbon. This is cask strength, so watch out.
Ooh, for 122 proof though, that's actually very smooth. 122, that's getting up there. Yeah.
No, it's right here. I've got a rye whiskey. This is our youngest spirit to date, but it's very, very bright, very floral.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Is drinkable the right word? I could drink a lot of it, I guess is what I'm saying.
This last one is our Frankenstein. It's very leathery, very smoky.
I'll be honest, when I smelled this one, I didn't know what to think, but tasting it is actually much better than smelling it. I'll say that. Still good. Still like it. Never mind the cough. So have you ever wondered why Denver's baseball team is called the Rockies? Probably not. Denver's surrounded by the Rocky Mountains. Makes sense. But the thing is, the baseball team isn't the only thing that uses Rocky Mountain in its name. Everywhere you go, things are Rocky Mountain this and Rocky Mountain that. But there's one thing that uses the Rocky Mountain moniker that's more famous, or should I say infamous, than the others. I'm talking about Rocky Mountain oysters. And if you don't know what they are, I'm sorry to ruin your innocence. They're fried bull testicles. But they are considered a delicacy, and I believe you should keep an open mind when trying new food. So I'm unfazed, and I'm going into this with an open mind. Which is why I've come to Buckhorn Exchange, one of the oldest and most famous restaurants in Denver. They're known for their Rocky Mountain oysters, so let's go try some. It's gonna be okay, I promise. I'm actually pretty excited about this. The staff is making all kinds of double entendres about the order, and so I enjoy that. And this place is just super old school. There are stuffed heads all over the walls. There's all cowboy gear everywhere. It's just old school in all the best ways possible. And get this, Buffalo Bill used to eat here, and they have pictures of him all over the wall, so we've really gone full circle here. They don't look that bad. They look like potato chips, kind of. All right, here goes nothing. That is quite good. Wow, that's really not half bad. It tastes like calamari, honestly. Oh my God, these are good. Oh yeah, with the cocktail sauce they got going here, it's actually really good. I'm alarmed by how much I like these. These are pretty good.
You're having a ball over here, so that's
We're having a ball over here.
Don't drop the ball.
You. I'm going toe for toe in immaturity with the staff here. You know, I did want to talk about my shirt. This is the Colorado state flag, and I think it's a really snazzy state flag, so I wanted to wear an equally snazzy shirt for my time here. But as much as I like the shirt, I do like the cowboy garb. I mean, I know I mentioned that up at the Buffalo Bill Museum, but being here has like supercharged my interest in it. Because this place is super Wild West, and I don't know, I do have some money left over.